Hey guys, it's your girl Trinidoll back with another episode of Bitch You Lucky, and I am here with a bigger than life. He's an entrepreneur, fashionista, dancer, philanthropist. He's my friend, he's family, the one and only Mario.
Woo woo! Hi, how y'all doing?
So Mario, we were brainstorming, thinking about, as I'm working through my guest list, people that I want to come on, have conversation with, I'm like, because you could talk to anybody, right? We're talkers. We could talk to anybody. But the reason, and shout out to my producer, he was like, yo, we got to talk to Mario. Even though we know you, people need to know you.
Yes, definitely.
I feel like you're this big ball of energy and you're great energy. And I'm not saying you don't have dark days, but I'm just saying that for the most part, when you step out into the world, people could feel you. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need more of you in the world.
Definitely. First of all, let me start by saying, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. Thank you for asking.
Good. Well, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course.
First of all, I'm blessed and thankful to be here.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me, and let's have fun.
Yes. Cheers to that. Let's do a quick cheers.
Yes.
Cheers to having fun, unwinding a little bit, letting the hair down. Shout out to the biggest brunch in the city, Rum Punch Brunch. Thank you for the liquor every time.
That's good.
It's good.
Yes.
It hits. So don't take some slow sips.
Ooh, it looks like that's the one.
That's the one, yeah. You may have to call out of work today.
Oh Lord.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So Mario, you from Panama?
Yes.
Okay. So Panamanian. What age did you come to this country?
I was 20, going to 21.
Okay, so I wouldn't ask your age, but that's been.
It doesn't matter. I'm not a woman. I guess that's a woman thing.
Maybe.
Right?
I'm fine to tell my age. So I don't have a problem with that.
Me too. I mean, I think everybody should be grateful to have one more year enough to God to allow us to be here.
Yeah.
In whatever age we decide to.
Yeah.
End this journey, whatever.
So
I'm 37.
Okay, 37. So you're 20. So 17 years you've been in this country.
Yes. Going to 17,
okay.
Because I got here in October at the end of the year. So, yes, I've been here 16 years.
Okay, so in 16 years, you coming from Panama, did you and your siblings move? Like, what made you guys want to move to the U.S.?
Well, first of all, there's a journey within that story, because my father had to pass away in order for us to move to this city in called San Judas. And then I met this beautiful family. They just took me into part of their own family, and they actually incorporated a lot of ambition and better things outside of Panama. And that's why I started gravitating to I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I need to go because they coming on flight and stuff like that. And when I was back home, I couldn't afford anything, so I was like, I need to go.
Right.
I need to figure it out. And then I'm here.
Okay. So you're here now, and I mean, I did migrate from Trinidad as well, so I understand coming in. I came when I was 12, so you came at an older age. So you came into the era where you're an adult, you have to work, right? You're not a U.S. citizen. And how does that translate? So you come to the U.S., here in this whole new country, and I think, and I want you to talk about it because I don't think people understand, especially Americans, I'll say this, they don't understand how easy they have it with just having that birth paper that says I'm a U.S. citizen. That by itself is just opportunity in itself. So people like us who come from another country, we come up here, we don't have papers. I didn't have papers, you know what I'm saying? We thank God we all have papers now, right? So, but right. Imagine the era we didn't have papers. You have to work under the table. You have to do these menial jobs. And all you're doing is just working to get to a better day, to a better life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me it was very challenging. I'm going to say that. Number one, because I wasn't working when I was back home. I have my first job 6 months before I moved to America. So I didn't know about independence. I didn't know about responsibilities.
Okay.
I didn't know about nothing that adulthood, what it's all about. I didn't know anything, including the language barrier, because my English was horrible, extremely horrible. I have to learn. This is very challenging. Coming from a small country to here, and then now you have to adapt.
Yeah.
I think I never have a problem with adapting.
Okay.
I'm very outgoing. I'm fast learning.
Okay.
And I like adventures.
Okay.
Like I like the unknown.
So it was a challenge for you.
Yes.
And you was excited about the challenge.
Extremely.
Right.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. You know, we all have an American dream.
Yeah.
Like they paint us because we used to watch videos back home and artists
so
and
fun.
yes, and how they
that.
kind of found out that if you watch MTV Cribs, that's not even their cribs. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's a facade.
Yes. So you have to come here and really put your best foot forward to me. And I always tell people, whatever you put your mind to, you're gonna get it done. But you have to want it.
Yeah.
If you don't want it,
it's not gonna happen.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Do you think there is such thing as an American dream? Do you think that actually exists, and what does that look like?
Definitely. I feel like to be honest, it's within however you want your American dream to be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, a dream is not like, oh, this dream. No. Whatever your dream is, you have to believe in it. If you don't, trust me, it took me like maybe 4 times for them to deny me before I came in. And that was my American dream being crushed over and over and over and over again. Even without that, there's a little backstory. Like, when I was doing it depending on people and pretending that I was gonna get my stuff to come here, depending on my mom or depending on other people, they deny me. But then when I decided to go and did it myself, everything was easy and smooth. So without telling me that, God was preparing me to, like, you know what, Mario? Everything that you want in life, you can get it yourself. You just have to put into work.
Yeah.
You just have to put into work. And I did it, and then now I'm here. The rest is history.
Yeah. So let's go back to Panama a little bit, because you're Panamanian, you're a gay man. How is that in Panama in the time that you was growing up? Like, was that accepted? Was it easy, or how was that, like, as a child, or actually at what age did you realize that you were gay?
Well, I always knew.
Okay.
That's my number one thing. I always knew. No, that's another challenging story. In Panama, that is not acceptable. I mean, I believe that you can relate because we are raised like basically like the
Caribbeans,
islands, you know? Like everything is just how life's supposed to be.
In a box.
Everybody just follow this and follow that. You have to get married and all that stuff. So it was very challenging to me. It's not acceptable. Being flamboyant also create a big deal out of the thing, because when I was little, I was a little more feminine.
Okay.
So because I was being bullied and called that the F word or you know, whatever the case may be, I started becoming more masculine while I was growing up. So I'm kind of happy, to be honest, because I'm very happy with myself. I'm very happy with the person I choose to be today.
Right.
And I became more masculine. I was trying to show the world I'm not going to be what you're paying me as to be, because I choose to be what I want to be when I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So then I moved here, and it kind of like opens up my eyes to accepting, to being okay, being different, being okay, choosing your own destiny. And it's not even about what you like or what you end up not liking. We are humans, right? And then it get worse once you start paying your own bills and going through your own struggles as an adult. Because now you see, you know what? I'm paying my bills. Why do I have to explain myself to anybody?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it became to that, even with my family members, because all I did to them at that time, I didn't know where I was heading, but all that talk behind my back and trying to figure me out and stuff like that. You don't have to do all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come and ask me.
Yeah.
Ask me, and I'll tell you if I care to tell you.
Right.
Because if I don't, I won't.
You just said something so profound, and it hit me because it's so true, and I think a lot of adults could relate to what you just said. A lot of times we are trapped in our own heads, and as an adult, like you just said, it sounds simple, right? You're an adult. You're paying your own bills. Why am I explaining myself to anybody?
Yeah.
I've been on that side. I'm slowly. I have one foot on the side of like, fuck you. I'm not gonna explain myself. Not saying like to your spouse or anything, but to the other people, the outside
world,
the people who don't even matter, the people who don't know your day to day, the people who are not in your life. And I've struggled with that, where I feel like, oh my God, what is this person gonna think? What is this person gonna think? And it's so profound what you just said, that yes, why are we explaining ourselves to people who don't even matter? It sounds simple, right?
Not even that. They're not even helping. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how my date is going.
Right.
But you want to sit here and create a judgment based on whatever
What you
my
think.
actions are. Yeah,
What you think.
whatever you think.
Right.
Like this day, they really believe that social media is your real life.
Yeah.
You know, I met a lot of people all the time. They see, oh my God, you seem so happy. I have sad days too. I have like, you know, I have days when I'm like, don't want to be bothered by nobody. I want to be in my room. Don't want to talk to nobody. Let me go to work, make this money, come back home.
Yeah.
You know, and I get back to the work. But at the end of the day, it's not. You know, if you care, you show the person that you care.
Yeah.
You'll call and ask, are you doing okay today?
Yeah.
It's not about what that person doing or how that person doing it, because we all gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all gonna choose wrong. You know, and people think like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do this the right way. There's no right way to do anything. You either do it or you don't.
Yeah.
And if you fall, you get up and try it again.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So let me just touch back on coming to this country as a gay man. You felt more accepted. Did you guys come straight from Panama to Georgia?
Yes.
Oh, so you came.
Well, from what I heard, my family wasn't living here. They was from Virginia.
Okay,
they was living in Virginia, and then they moved here, migrate here, and for my luck, I was the last one to come over here, and they was already in Atlanta. Okay. And everybody know Atlanta is a gay city. Like, it's a lot of us here.
So it made it a little easier for you to kind of be yourself.
Yes. Definitely make it much easier, because I see in a lot of people of color being accepted, a lot of
being happy
family.
with who they are.
Yes. And I'm like, why we don't have that?
Yeah.
Like why my country don't have that? Yeah. But I guess it's a work in progress.
Yeah, slowly but surely. I mean, Trinidad is very much like that. I mean, they do have a lot of gays all over the Caribbean. And I feel like people just need to let people be who they are. Just enjoy your life, leave people to live their life. We're so consumed with, oh, well, they're not living right. Who's to say it's right? Or they're not doing this and this. Because, again, it's conditioning from years and generations of this, versus, hey, I have daughters, who knows, God forbid. I mean, who knows? Nobody knows.
And that's what people never understand. People don't understand that this can be part of your journey, even though if you're not in that journey, by anybody in your family or anybody close to you, you can go that route. But if you're more concerned about, no, I don't want my child, or I don't want my people that I love, and you protecting, so much love actually can hurt you too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not exposing your children's to have certain conversations. It's like those conversations that you remember our parents never wanted to have, like sex.
Ever. No.
You see what I'm saying? Like those type of things, I feel like you have to have those conversations with your children. Like in general. Yeah. It's not only about, it's breaking changes, because I feel like it's a generation curse.
It is.
Live in a world where everything's supposed to be, oh, you're supposed to grow up, you're supposed to do this when you get older, you're supposed to get married to this, the woman's supposed to cook, like all these kind of statements that I feel like they are so bizarre. Yeah. Like, no. I always has been the one that break stuff and go the other way, so I can show you that there's a different way.
Well, thank you for breaking chains along the way. You know, and I feel like we always hear about like the people in the news who have made such an impact or whatever, but we always forget the everyday heroes like yourself and the lives that you've touched, and the people that even, you know, friends and family that people don't know that behind the scenes you've helped them through something. And, you know, so shout out and kudos to you for always being that ear and that positive reinforcement that people need sometimes. So shout out to you for that.
I really do appreciate it, because to be honest, when you work from the heart, when you going out in this world knowing your purpose, I always advise people you have to find your purpose. You have to find your purpose on this earth. We all have a purpose. That's the reason why we are here.
Yeah.
Your purpose don't have to match mine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to become famous. I don't have to be rich. Yes, we all want to be rich.
You're
Who doesn't want to
famous.
be
You're
rich?
already famous.
You know what I'm saying?
He's already famous. That's what
Like, just do you, and trying to help somebody, because that's my biggest thing. I always trying to at least talk about God. Number one.
Yeah.
You always make sure. I always make sure that people know He exists.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of miracles that I can talk to you about that happens to me, and it's still happening to this day. And you know, you have to know that there's God, and then everything else will fall in line.
Yes. Amen to that.
Yes.
I'm a God believer, so yeah, I'm all on board with God first and faith, and just knowing that there's a bigger purpose for us here, and it's not just us; it's something bigger than us that keeps us going. You know, so that's really good to hear.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that this is really who we are in physical form?
No, I feel like we are. There's a part of us that's here, but there's a bigger part of us in the spiritual realm.
Yeah, I believe the same thing.
Yeah. And that's the tap. That's where you tap into that bigger side. And you know, there's you know, everybody believes in something different. People believe in heaven. People believe in all different things. I mean, we're having a human experience, but we're not. We're here spiritually.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Spiritual beings having a human experience. I know people say it all the time, but the more you get into like tapping into yourself and meditating and just listening to the inner voice, it's bigger than this.
Yes.
It's bigger than this. It's a whole army behind.
I feel like this is really like an avatar.
Yes.
Like this is an avatar, and you have to take care of it while we're here.
That's the best way to put it. Yes.
Yes. This is an avatar, and you have to take care of it because that's part of our responsibilities.
Yes.
Is take care of the body so you can have a long physical life.
Correct.
But also, you have to take care of your soul.
Yes.
So whenever that transition comes, you be at peace with whatever you left behind.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, brother Mario.
We
brother
appreciate
Mario. Yeah. What? We need to get you on somebody pulpit.
Okay.
We need to get you on
Well,
somebody
I ain't gonna say all that, but I know something. I know something.
No, man. I mean, you know, and that's just the beautiful thing about this journey. We learn. I mean, I've come a long way, and I'm still coming the way. You know, every day I feel like sometimes I backslide. You know, they'll call it backslide in Christian terminology.
You have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
I must say, because I cannot be. First of all, I cannot be a parent. Trying to do a podcast, trying to put her hands on everything you got going on. You go to events, you're trying to make sure you stay on. You know, you encourage your children to, you know, you're raising children.
Yeah.
That's very not an easy task.
No.
I don't have children, but trust me.
Do you think you want kids?
Yes, definitely. But I feel like that'll come once I taking care of everything else in between. I still have too much Gucci and Prada and stuff to buy.
Oh, too much Gucci and Prada to buy. Okay, that's why he's not.
That's what I tell everybody. That's what I tell everybody. Like I have too much. I have too much to not accomplish. I'm not saying accomplish.
It's you. It's things that that you want to do. I get it.
I don't want to bring a child down and then now all my Gucci and my Prada is gonna go to my child. No. I have to wear it first.
Yes.
So I can know like I work my butt up so I can go get this stuff, and now I know how to get it for.
So what brand are you gonna wear when you become a parent? If not
I don't know. I don't know.
You might step down to something else.
No, I'll probably stay on Nike.
Okay. Right.
I think that's the.
Okay.
That I mean, I think everybody deserves the best.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves the best. To be once you be class to a certain level, you can go down, but not
too far down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah.
Do you see yourself getting married? You think you're gonna get married one day?
Yes, definitely. Marriage is definitely on the list. I look at marriage different.
Okay.
That marriage to me is right now is a paper, is something that society put in our heads. Again, I don't like to follow rules.
Yeah.
I always has been the one to break all kinds of rules. Marriage is a beautiful thing. I know that for a fact. Once you find your person.
Yes, that's it right there.
When you find what really true love is. Not on these days, people don't want to fall in love anymore. People don't want to fall in love. People don't want to go on dates. People don't want to spend money on nobody. People don't want to take their time to get to know the person. People don't care about little things. Everybody want to be Instagram famous and have an OnlyFans. That's what I look at it.
Oh, so let me touch on that. So you're single by choice.
Yes.
Okay.
With a lot of options.
Because I'm sure. Right. No, he's not playing. He's not playing. I'm telling you. I'm sure his DMs are blowing up as we speak. So everybody's sliding into DMs, but you're single by choice because you're dealing with you, whatever. If the right person comes along, and hey, it is what it is. How is that dating life here in Atlanta, like right now?
Whoa.
What is that like? Amazing.
Okay. It's amazing. To be honest, it's amazing when you know yourself.
Okay.
When you know yourself and you know what you want. Okay. And you don't settle for less. Like, options, definitely here. You get options everywhere. Everywhere you go. You can go to the grocery store, you meet someone. Yeah. What do you look for? I'm pretty sure you get hit on a lot.
All the time.
Even though you're a married woman.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Here is you have to get to know yourself. You have to learn self-discipline first in order for you to get into the dating scene, because if you don't, you're gonna end up in the hands of the wrong person. Yeah. Because majority of the people here want to use you. They're trying to see what they can get out of you, and they're gonna play with you as much as they can until you put a stop to it. If you don't, you're gonna stay there. Yeah. I have seen so many relationships like that. Wow. Like, well, they just accept anything and allow anything, especially in the straight community. It's sad to say, because majority of the men's here normally in control, and they always on the DL, and
so in your experience, like, do you think a lot of these men out here are on the DL? Not like straight men, like you were like, oh my God, this person is married.
I don't think it's only here. First of all, I get hit on by anything.
Anything that walks.
Anything that walks, holla at me. Like, that's basically the streets. Like, when I go anywhere, I can be at work, I can be at the airport, just walking by. I get hit on.
Yeah, well, you're a good-looking man. You're a good-looking human being, and you carry yourself well, and you're always clean and looking.
Right. It's a curse.
No, don't say
that. That is a curse. It is a curse because, you automatically being seen like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sometimes you want to be invisible.
Yes. Like you said, like, my personality when I walk into places, I'm loud. Yeah. People notice, even though I'm very quiet. Yeah. People notice me everywhere I go. That's your aura. Yes. That's who you are. That's your personality. So to me, it's like sometimes I want to be low key. Like, please don't. And then you hear the same thing over and over again. Oh my God, you're so cute. Like, where are you from? You got a nice accent. I'm pretty sure you too. Yeah.
It's something with accents.
They fall in love. Yeah. They fall in love. For us, it's like, can you tell me something different?
Right. Like, cheers to all the people who have thick, heavy accents.
Right, it never goes away.
Because it's a curse, but
it's a curse.
It's our superpower too.
Yes.
It's definitely our superpower.
But yeah, like anything. To be honest, if I go back to saying that everybody's on the down low, that's just part of society. Everywhere you go. You can be in Atlanta, you can be anywhere.
Why do you think in today's day and age, right, where there's all these polyamorous and all these different titles and genders and you name it, everything is open now.
Yes.
Why do you think in today's day and age people can't just be, hey, I'm bisexual, I have a family, or I have a woman and I have a man? Why it is that people still feel the need to kind of hide?
It's how society raises. Because I don't even blame our parents. Because there's something behind our parents.
They're a little part of the problem.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. That's why God created people like you and I, that we just go out here and start breaking stuff. Yeah. Like, when you tell me to go right, I will go left, so I can show you that there's a better way to do it. Yeah. And this happens with me and my family, like, a lot. I always was that child. Like, after I turned 12, I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to church no more. Like, I please.
Why you feel like you didn't want to go to church anymore?
It's not about because I didn't have God in my life. God was
people.
always it's how repeated everything was.
Okay.
Every Sunday I gotta go to church.
Yeah.
Like, not even that. I grew up in a Catholic church.
I did too.
So, you have to do all this. If you don't do it, oh my God. If you don't do it, you're gonna
confession.
Yes.
Yeah. Hail Marys.
Well, crazy part about it is that I was like going every Sunday, but I was bored. Like, done churches are bored. I'm sorry for y'all Catholic people. Please don't come for me. Please don't. This is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion, and there's nothing against Catholic people. I just don't believe that
it's the way to do it for you.
Yes,
it didn't work for you.
It didn't work for me. Also, I wanted to experience other churches.
Yes,
and my mama didn't. My mama didn't want me to.
Yeah.
She fought for me for a long time.
Because it's like it's
everything she knows.
It's cookie cutter. Like,
right.
All my kids are gonna be Catholic. Your kids are gonna be Catholic. Your great grandchildren. Everybody's
number
gonna be
one.
Catholic.
I tell everybody, even though you have children, we do not belong to you.
I love how you say that word though, children's.
Yes, children.
I love that he adds the S to the end. That's gonna be a Mario word. Just because you don't have children's.
Yeah, children's with the S. That means it's a lot.
It's he that said that, and don't become stealing his children's.
Right, and don't be making fun of my accent either.
No, they better not.
Okay.
We block the trolls. We don't deal with trolls.
Right. So my thing is you have to give your children also an option.
You better keep saying children's. Don't change
children's.
it. Yes, that's your word.
Children's. You have to give your children an option. Like, your job is as a parent. That's how I figure. Mind you, I don't have them, but I kind of know.
You'll be a great dad. I could see that.
So you raise them all you want with the good morals and the good values and stuff like that. At the end of the day, they're gonna make the choice they're gonna make.
Yeah.
You can teach all the goodies. You can block them from all the bad things that are for this world.
Yeah. They're gonna find it still. Yeah.
Yes. You're not gonna stop them from choosing what they want to do.
You know what's crazy? My mom was the opposite to your mom. So we grew up Catholic, but we also grew up where like she would take us to different like churches. So we grew up like in Trinidad, there's a lot of Hindus, there's Muslims, we was Roman Catholic, there's different sects, S-E-C-T-S, not S-E-X. I know my accent will kind of trick people right there. There's different sects off of the, Christianity, Anglican, Presbyterian, Baptist. So I used to go to church and I felt the same way. I was like, oh my God, this is boring. This is like torture. I used to go to a Roman Catholic school. I went to Catholic school growing up, and one of my teachers had passed. She had cancer. And when I went to her funeral, they were Baptists. And I sat there and everything in me came alive.
Yes.
And I went home just like you went and you told your mom, I don't want to go back to church. I went and I told her I was 12. It's funny. I went back.
Wow.
I was 12. I told my mom, I said, I want to do what they're doing. Like, what church is this? I want to feel that's alive feeling in church. And as I got older, I became Pentecostal and I did baptize in a Pentecostal church and stuff like that. So that's kind of where most of my like religion kind of came from in the years that I was in it, not like forced, because we're forced sometimes to go to church. Mm-hmm. This is willingly. I was willingly Pentecostal, enjoyed going to church, praise, worship, tongues, Holy Spirit, all of that, white sheet, done it all. But
my mama was telling me no. Do not go.
No,
and I went because I told you
you're a rebel.
Yes, I went, and like you said, have that experience where I felt.
Yeah.
I felt God in the in the atmosphere, and I was like. Then I start questioning. I was like, why if we all pray to God, why we cannot get along? But the system has been made like that to separate people.
Yes.
And that's what I tell. We have to create our own relationship with God.
You do. You don't even need church, to be honest.
Yes, you don't need no religious, you don't need nothing. You have to create your own personal relationship with God.
Yeah.
So
and everybody
you will know him
different.
like yes.
Yeah, everybody's relationship is different.
Definitely.
Like the last podcast, I was talking to Nikki, shout out to Nikki, and I told her, I said, listen, my conversations with God is not like everybody, oh God, please, no. I'm like, bro, listen.
Yeah, right.
My man.
Come on, let's go, let's do this. Like,
yes.
Talk like you talk to your friend.
Yes.
Like, with any, because he wants you to have that. He
I
wants you
am
to
myself.
be honest. Yes.
It's like I feel like sometimes religion strips the realness from us that we can't even be real with God.
True.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like if I'm going to pray, right? And again, no pun intended to any religion or how you choose to go to God, but I can only speak from me and my experience. Before, if I was conditioned, go talk to the priest, ask for forgiveness, boom, 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 get communion done. It's just so ritual, right? And robotic.
It's like I say, all this society, and this is in general, because it's not even about religious. It's about anything that if we go back to our days when we was getting raised, everything to me was robotic.
That is true.
Everything was robotic. Like the way you're supposed to grow up, the way you're supposed to choose a woman, you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to have children,
get education, this, that, the other.
Everything is just so repeatedly, and I don't feel like I was putting the options. Like there's never one option. Yeah. Even when I make the choice to move to America, my mama didn't want me to come.
So you just knew from a young age you wanted to do something
I wanted to
different. Whatever that meant, but you just know, I can't do this.
I cannot do
I can't do this.
No, I know this is not my life. Like, I need to go find my life. Yeah. I need to go. And that's what I told my mom. I was like, when I was ready to go, I was like, I need to go find my life. Don't take it personal. This is not about you. So
do you think now, and that's a great question right there. So do you feel that people who, let's just say you stayed in Panama, right? No, let's say you stayed in Panama. Forget that you know better now. Okay. Right? You stayed in Panama. You're this flamboyant little boy that you're curbing your ways because you want to be more masculine so you could stop the bullying and you could be tough. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I would have been that person.
Right. But just saying you did. Imagine how many people are in that situation that did not get a way out. Do you think that's where a lot of depression comes from that? There's a lot of depression with the people that just feel
not
trapped.
In Panama. No? I don't think not in Panama.
Really?
In Panama, I don't think we deal with, because that country builds you to be such a strong-minded person. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can tell you deal with my brothers all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They have an opinion. They have an... Listen, when I bring people around, you have to warn them. Yes. I say, don't be sensitive. This is nothing scripted. Yes. Like my brothers, whoever. This is not even my brothers, because it's the people we attract. So just be ready.
But I'm glad you said that. And shout out to the Baptiste family. I have to say shout out. Let me tell you why. I was just talking to Jamar what day it was, and I was like, and for those who don't know, Jamar's my husband, aka producer, so yes. Woo woo! Right. So I asked him, I said, do you think like all your siblings, like all of you guys are confident, like sometimes overly, but right?
Yes.
Right.
It's Panama.
But I'm like, how did your parents like I'm looking at one family with 6 children, 4 boys, 2 girls, and everybody's confident in their own way. I don't see not one person that I could be like, oh my God, something didn't work there. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something. Panamanians are bullies.
Bullies.
I'm just gonna tell you, we are bullies. Like, we speak our minds at all times. If you got the wrong thing on, they're gonna ask you what. Ask them about my
So outfit. No filters.
No filter at all. But that's how you grow up in school, though. Because when you go to school, you have to make sure you're on point, because they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna talk about your mother when they come and get your notes. Like, it's a thing.
So y'all are like conditioned from a young age to not give 2 shits.
Yes, basically. Okay. Like, if somebody tell you mention your mother, like, you know how here they mention your mother, you want to fight and stuff like that. Yeah. Over there, they build you to be like, when they mention them, oh, you know what? I haven't remembered my mother today, so thank you. Like, that's how.
So that's sarcasm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in other words, it's safe to say y'all could be some assholes.
Yes.
Okay.
I must admit it. Sorry for the many people, but we are.
But in a good way. Assholes are in a good way, because when I say that, I mean that with all the love and respect, because I have that with my husband. I'm like, you're such an asshole sometimes. But
it's just an opinion.
But then when I get to understand more and more of like you say now, upbringing and just that whole conditioning, y'all did something really right. Like, I think the world needs a page from your book on how to not give a fuck and not give two shits.
The thing is, we're never gonna hear nobody over there killing themselves by being bullied.
Wow.
Never. Like, from being like called stuff and stuff like that, that's never heard of. Like, if it's so, I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably happens.
But it's not so much.
It's not like here.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, over there, your parents be like, if it's somebody hit you, you better hit you. I'm gonna whoop you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that you lost the fight. Like, that's how they tell you.
Yeah.
When you go to your school, make sure you behave.
The Caribbean is like that on the whole. Like, I think I have that same mentality, like, with my kids. Like, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. I don't care the school said, or you're going to get suspended because you have no right to fight, go call a teacher. No. I tell my kids all the time, somebody touch you, you make sure that you're the one winning the end of that fight.
Especially when you're
not going to be on the ground getting beat up and holding your head. No, you're going to be the one doing some kicks. So sorry. Yes, I'm that type of parent.
I mean, there's a lot of mean kids out here. Like, mean
Yeah, people are just mean,
kids.
period.
And I don't even blame it on the kids.
It's the
because
parents.
it's come for parenting. Sometimes they don't have that love in their households. They probably grow up with not two parents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they always go on. I think I was the weak kid because they're always somebody was trying to try me, and into that fought, then I gain respect.
Then you get respect, yeah.
Because I got the hands too.
Okay.
It's not only a pretty face.
So is it true? This is just a whole side note, so messy question, but I'm gonna ask.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask all the inquiring minds.
Let me
Do you
drink to
think
that.
gay men fight better than straight men? Or who you think in a fight? Do you think it's because you're gay is like a different style of fighting, or you know what I mean? Because people be like,
let me tell you something.
help me understand this.
Let me tell you something. Gay people know how to fight better than you and everybody else.
They do?
In between. Yes.
Why
yes.
is that?
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Pay
attention.
All their life,
Ooh.
they have to fight.
Ah.
CC, faggot, growing up hearing that kind of stuff and disrespect, it make you waiting. You just wait for stuff. Especially here in Atlanta, it's really bad. The kids go to the clubs to fight. They go to the club to fight.
Wow.
Waiting for somebody to step on their feet or anything. Like, they ready to fight.
So it's like Nicki Minaj, she said, this moment in life, like that's your one moment. Like, okay, try me this one time.
Yeah.
And it's a build-up. It's years of build-up, bullying.
Go to YouTube and find gay men fighting a straight boy. You're gonna see who wins. That's all right there. Those the receipts. Yeah, they fight.
So you think it's like it's the anger and aggression and
Yeah,
frustration built up, or is it the style? Because I think when gay men fight, again, I don't know.
There's no style. There's most of them fight like boys. First of all, do you watch Bad Boys Clubs?
No, I could start watching it. I'm gonna watch it. They fight up in there.
Go in there.
So they don't fight with the palms open.
No.
Or they fight like it's.
Are you kidding me, Cece? That's a stigma.
Exactly. That's what they clear it up for us.
It's a stigma.
So clear it up.
But they fight like dudes. They fight like dudes, and they're not stopping till you bleed. Like, that's kind of, yes, they fight like dudes. They waiting for a straight man to try them. That's kind of one of the big things. I mean, don't get me wrong, me too, because majority of the people always, for the look of it, from the outside looking in, they be like, oh, we don't know about him. He's just too pretty. I don't know if he is or he not, and he's too masculine. What is the stigma or what a gay male supposed to
look like?
Yes, supposed to look like or act like.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you think they fight like that? No. They boys, they act like this, but they throw hands like dudes, and you be like, oh, there go the man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. You see, you learn something every day.
Yep.
You learn something every day. So you have a lot of gay friends.
A lot.
Okay. And you also have a lot of, straight friends. Do you have more straight friends or gay friends?
I don't.
A little bit of both?
Like this. Yes. It's
Do you feel like with your straight friends, so that means your straight friends love you for you?
Yes, definitely. Most of the people that I get to connection with, they love it for me. They don't care about.
Do you feel like you have to turn it down sometimes? Like, sometimes you go to a function and with all straight people and you're like, oh, you could just go in and be Mario. And they're like, that's just who he is. We love him and that's it.
Yes, I think because of the way I was raised.
Yeah.
I know there's a place and a time for everything.
Okay.
And that's the reason why probably a lot of it's not even because I still have feminine friends too that they have their ways, but I feel it's the way I was raised. There's always a place and time for everything.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to respect people's space.
Okay.
Like, because I didn't grow up with everything be put it on my face and everything being there and accepting. I don't want to put just because I know who I am.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
I don't want to put my stuff because
Good
that's not their personal business.
That's a very, very big point right now, and I've heard in a lot of conversations, not you, but like other families. You may know families who like, oh well, let's just say they're going down the list of invitees for a family event, and this is like a straight-laced religious household family event, and they go down the list, and they may be like, I don't know, kind of. I feel like people do that. I feel like people exclude people because of their sexual preference because they don't know how they may act. But like you said, you have that knowledge and discipline to know how to act. But there's a lot of people who are not like you. There's a lot of gays when they go out, they have to be gay.
But
whatever that means.
And I'll give my round of applause to those people. I honestly do. Why? Number one, because of them, we're being accepting.
Yeah,
it's kind of okay to look at. Yes, even to me sometimes, like I don't like to be. I like to be discreet in crowds. I don't like the people identify me as nothing when I'm in the crowd, even though I'm already loud. You know what I'm saying? I can have something see-through or something to where I don't want to. Sometimes I just want to be chill, but because of them fighting and me not here. People learn to accept those type of stuff, so it creates rules for the people that
like you,
that got in touch with themselves late and then just now, you know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Do you feel like some people just do a little more, or who is to say what's more? Who's to say what's more?
Yes, that's who they are.
So society is just not ready or have not been ready.
And it's okay to be honest. It's okay to do the most. Because you're gonna find your people.
Yeah.
Just that's not my type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people also to think like just because you do that much, like he because he's masculine.
Yeah.
It comes to that too sometimes.
So there's that type of separation in the LGBTQ.
Definitely, there's a lot of separations everywhere. There's color separation.
I would think just that whole being in that community. That it will be more inclusive and understanding of each other.
Listen, it's what I'm gonna say. That is like a world, because it's in general. It's not about being gay, straight, bi, or male or female. This world has been set up to separate us. Yeah. And that's what people don't get. It doesn't matter what community you are.
Yeah.
At some point, we have some type of separations. Politicians, religions.
Yeah.
Like the married people or the single people. Like everything has been made by separation. And I look at it because I didn't know about racism until I moved here. You know, and I have to learn all that stuff. And I was like, well, all this is made up just to separate the people and keep people in different type of boxes. And one thing that I hate for the most part is that everybody is fighting so much to be part of a box. What are you like when they come to you, or they come to me? What? Oh, you Spanish? Yeah, I'm Spanish. Well, what are you? Are you like Latino? Mind you, they don't know all that. Talking about the same thing. Are you Latino? Are you black? Are you white? I feel like my own community of Spanish people here. Yeah. Once they see me, I'm already. Yeah. So they don't treat me, or they don't think I speak Spanish. Okay. For regular black people, they automatically can say, "Oh, he don't have so strong black features." Oh, what I consider myself, I grew up in an Afro-Latino community celebrating Black History Month. I told that all the time. And I'm just like black. And then you're like, no, you're not black. Right. Yeah, you have to pick something. Like you have to be part of something. I was like, I don't know, what are you talking about? Right. But it's the stigma that they have here. Everybody's supposed to be a part of something.
That's true.
You know, and I don't think that's right, because people, I can have a white or black parents, and that person needs to choose what part they represent the most. It's not about, oh, why are you you're too white because of your skin color. No, people don't have to choose.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you? And just go with it and accept it and move forward.
Yeah, plus it's a lot of explaining. Like I get that
It's
a lot.
too
Like, where are you
much.
from, or what are you? And then let's even go back to these forms they have people filling out. Now it's a little more, variety to choose from. But at one point it was like black, white, Asian, Latino, Hispanic. And I'm like, okay, not any of. What about a combination?
Right.
So now they have 2 or more races, and it still doesn't really say much. So it's like, okay, but still, where are you from? Okay, I'm from Trinidad. So what are you? Mixed. Oh my God, could mixed be a race? Why
Yes, I mean,
mixed can't be a
I
race?
started. To be honest, when I moved here, I started to going back to my tree, what they call it, whatever the kids, to try to see what I was, because
Yeah.
I grew up in a black community. You go to Panama, Colón, shout out to Cetres, back home. At the end of the day, it's like, if you go there, that's where the black people at.
Yeah.
You see your husband. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would think that he's a Spanish dude.
At all.
Nobody would ever
Yeah.
think that none of my brothers are Spanish until they open their mouth.
Yeah.
Until they open their mouth. And you'll be like, they be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They don't. My thing is, it's just, people need to understand that we come in different sizes and different forms.
Man.
I have to go back to my trip because I was like, no, you got good hair. What is a good hair?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What the?
Because I don't think my hair is, if you want to say
Good-
good, like
right.
good for me would,
No,
for
first
good
of
for
all-
me would mean thicker, the curl would curl better, the ends wouldn't be so dry. See what I'm saying?
I
Good for
wanna-
me would be different.
Let me tell you something. I wanted waves so bad when I was in school.
So you have like more straighter hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Like, I wanted waves because all the kids and all the 5 people have waves. And I wanted waves. And I'm like, I can
You
never.
want to be like El DeBarge and them?
Yes, I wanted to be like all of them. And they did.
Chico DeBarge?
I was like, oh my God, I could never get waves. I was wearing durags. They were making fun of me.
Oh,
and like,
no.
yes, like I wanted to. My hair just don't give that. Mind you, I have a brother that have waves. So like, it's like that, the diversity in my family. Then I started looking like, who am I? Well, my mama is black, but she raised it like she wasn't black. That's another curse. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
My mama is black. My dad is mixed. Like, it's a lot of bunch of mix that you don't know
The Caribbean.
exactly where you
that's the Caribbean.
come from. Like, all I know is that I was raised in Panama. I grew up in the black community, and I know everything black because I like spicy food, and that's all I know.
So it's crazy because it's like race-wise, right? And the saying is that if you're not white, you're black, right? If you're not Caucasian, you're black. Once you're mixed with black, you're black. But then somebody like me, somebody like you, that look like us,
Right.
you tell another black person, "Oh, I'm black," they're looking at you like, "You ain't black."
Right, like you light skin.
So
like,
so where do we where do we
fit
fall?
in?
Where do we fit in?
We never gonna win. I just let it be. Don't worry. I'm whatever.
Yeah.
I'm purple.
But you see what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're not once you have any ounce of black in you, you're considered black. You could have blonde hair, blue eyes, curly hair, but your daddy black, you're black. But then you talk to like African Americans, other people, and they're like, "Oh, what race are you?" Black, and they're like,
What?
"You're black." Yes.
And they look at you crazy, like they really make you feel like you're crazy.
Right. So
Am I
feel
telling you
like-
something wrong?
I feel like that little window, like the label, I think, could we just get like a little box that says mixed race or something like that? We're black but mixed.
You think it
Is that
created
it?
another box?
I feel so because I feel
You
like,
think you would create another box?
I feel so. I feel like because there's still so much explaining, even just saying I'm black. Even to black people, they're looking at you like, "You're black? How are you black? Where are you from?" It's another question versus, "Oh, what race are you?" "I'm mixed." Oh, understood.
Perfect. Okay. From
Done.
mixed from where? Like you got this and that. See, I'm mixed. I'm
Mixed
honestly a
race,
mix.
That's it. Like that should be considered. I think
That's true, too.
That should be considered because we kind of fall in the middle, and it's too much explaining on either side.
Right, no, but my mama is 80%, 90%. Nah,
Right.
man,
Yeah,
we don't
my
got
great
that.
granddaddy is black, and he's the color of this, and you like what? It's just too
Right,
much.
right, it's too much.
It's just too much.
But I get it.
You see what
You're
I'm
trying to
saying?
find solutions.
I'm trying to find
to the
solutions,
problems.
man. Yeah, because I feel like even my kids did with that. Like when we filling out things, and we're like,
But I'm not.
I remember like Zaria one time. She's like, I mean, what am I? Zaria, you're black. And then kids in the school like, Zaria, you're black, and yeah, she's black. Like
And then she have to actually explain, like, I have a black Spanish dad.
It's ignorance, man.
Like-
The world, people don't know enough to know that much that once you're mixed with black, you're black.
Yeah.
And I learned that from my grandmother. My grandmother's always been.
But actually, we can tell. It's a sense inside of you that tell you if that person is black or not.
People, I don't know. People.
You don't think they use
There's
it?
so much separation even in the black community.
Yes.
Colorism. You have the light skin, the dark skin, the brown skin. It's just so much. Like, even, it's like gays in a sense, where you say, okay, you have your gays,
Yeah,
that's
the
flamboyant.
masculine,
You have your
yeah.
masculine ones. You have your ones who, that dress a little more feminine,
Yes.
but still masculine, who have nails with a goatee. You know what I mean? So there's so much.
I don't understand that, but okay. I don't. In my own community, I don't understand. Like, I don't.
So you don't think, okay, you say you have feminine, like a lot of feminine ways. So you don't think, what's the most feminine thing you think you would do for your, like, what's the cutoff? Like a manicure, pedicure, nail polish? Because a lot of gay men
do all that. No, I do.
Stuff,
I do all that. I do all that. I just feel like too much for me. Probably it is like showing too much.
Okay.
Showing too much, like sagging your pants all the way below, like knowing that I'm wearing a see-through shirt or something like that, and showing my ass or my print, or like that's the cutoff.
I mean, that happens in any group. I mean, heterosexuals like that too.
I think
Females
they
out here
purge.
showing everything.
See, with females, it's a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
Because y'all close. I mean, y'all got beautiful bodies.
Yeah.
Why not show it? Like, especially if you're a mommy. Like, look at you. You're a mommy. Why you want to hide all that? No.
I mean, I'm
You
going
know
up
what I'm
in
saying?
age, so I have to dress accordingly.
Please, y'all go to her Instagram and see if she dressed accordingly. Please. My thing is, if you have whatever God gave you, you show it. That's okay on a female. On a male perspective, it's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little different. I think we need to have a little bit more class.
Okay.
Because only thing we have to show is our dick or our ass. That's nothing else to show. And these days they normalizing OnlyFans and normalizing sexuality, I guess.
How you feel about OnlyFans? You don't think you would do one?
I don't think so.
You do all these videos, all these content, dancing, and all this stuff.
Yes, that's different. It's called being an entertainer, but there's a line that you don't cross.
Yeah.
There's a line. Trust me. If I show you my DMs, people are crazy.
I'm sure.
Like, they send you naked stuff, like on Instagram and everything. It's just crazy. My thing is, there's a line you don't cross because you have now I'm older. So I have my nephew, my nieces.
Yeah, people are looking at you.
Yes. And it's not even about that I'm living my life because I don't want them to see. It's just the respect I give them.
Yeah.
Not to be out here.
And you want to set an example too. You don't want people to feel, and I do feel like, nothing against OnlyFans, but I do feel like it's one of those like bandwagons that everybody jump on. Like it's a quick fix. It's a quick way to make money.
Everybody want to follow the trend.
Yes, it's a trend.
Instead of creating your own lane, everybody want easy access to everything.
Yeah.
The easy way to make money, that's the easy. No.
Yeah.
To me, that, especially if who knows that tomorrow I want to do something big and I don't want none of my stuff out here. That's the reason why I don't send nudes. Well, how you feel about sending nudes?
To my husband, sure.
Oh, your husband. That's different because now being single and being out here, that's a thing now.
Well,
people really ask you for
thank
stuff.
God I have not really been single in my adult life. I feel like if I was
that's
single,
a blessing. Let me drink.
Because you need to catch up. You need to catch up. I'm grateful that I haven't had the privilege of being single since I was 18 per se.
Thank
I've
you,
been married.
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like I might have been a
Amen.
hoe. I feel like I might have been a hoe if I was single. I really do. Like
You got the right.
No, but I feel like back to what you said with discipline. I feel like because you're good looking and you're getting all this attention, sometimes you don't know where to draw the line. You're just going with the flow and you're doing crazy dumb shit.
Well, not. But let me say this, because even when you're single and you do crazy dumb shit, it's all about experience.
True.
You have to get to know yourself in order for you to give yourself to somebody that you really truly love.
Well, I am retarded in that area of that's why I don't need to be single.
That's the reason.
It
That's the
works
reason
for
why.
me
Yes,
being married.
that's the reason why God bless you
Yes.
with a husband, and then you get set.
Yes.
But for us single people, they have to experience. To me, it took a lot of practice and stuff, figuring out what I like, what I don't like, especially in the sexual department.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I'm still getting to know that part.
Really?
Yes, it takes a lot. It's not simple. In our community, not simple. It's easy to get. It's easy to get sexual stuff anywhere, but it's not simple to get to know what you really like, because you always want to please. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like, yes, you more focuses on a good time or a good time with that person, even though that's not your person, but you always. And I feel like people need to experience until they get the stuff that they like. So when they find that person, you know exactly what you like, and you can tell that person, you know what, this is what I need from you, so you can please.
So I'm a little wet behind the ear with gay sexuality and the do's and the don'ts, right? So is it true or not that, like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you're gonna give and take? It's sometimes could be both, or you could just be on one side.
It's a preference.
It's a preference, okay.
It is a preference, and it's a conversation for the most part. Because you have to have conversations. That's like I told you, you have to get to know yourself.
So it's not an
partner.
assumption that all gay men are receiving?
No, because we
Okay.
have females with titties who they like to gift. And I don't understand them, but some other people do it and they love it. Like, I guess that's their thing.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation.
Okay.
It's all a conversation, and it's a preference. I just feel like sexuality is an experience.
Yeah.
And everybody should experience whatever they feel like.
Yeah. That they
even
like.
Even if they don't like it anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying? Because there's straight people, they say that they have sex with a man before, but they not gay. So they was like, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to place a judgment on sexuality is open. You never know. It can go either way. Now, for girls, being bi is the thing. For us, it's not easy. Everybody
As a female.
Everybody paying a male as only one thing, and that's it.
Yeah, so men don't get the same level as bisexual, because you're once you're with a man, you're gay. That's just how they see it, right? Versus a woman could be with a woman and a man.
And then that's fun.
Yeah.
For anybody, that's fun, including for the straight men. It's like, oh, that's fun. That's a fun girl. Yeah, I can go with her, even though she like women.
Yeah.
And I have bisexual female friends too. And I understand it. But I learn every day how to respect it more.
Yeah.
Because it's not about a male or a female that they choosing. It's whoever got their attention or whoever.
Yeah, that they vibe
Yes.
with.
Yeah. It's a vibe.
I'm learning. I was learning every time I talk to you. And it's simple things that, it's simple. It should be simple things. And people think that learning always have to be on some pen and paper. Oh my God, some history lesson. No, sometimes it's just simple
conversations.
Understanding of different people and how they do things.
And I will advise anyone, if you ever have any questions about anything that you don't know,
Google it.
No,
YouTube
don't Google it. Don't Google it. Go to your whoever, your cousins, your friends, whoever are on that part of life that you don't understand. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Because if we don't ask questions, we come to judge instead of knowing facts.
That is so true.
You know,
Trick some of you.
we so quick to judge
He
Then
is
we're
so
not
true.
even we don't even have time to have a conversation.
No, you're right. You're right.
And then the worst part is about the judging and the consequences that come after. Then we get put into a situations where everything we fix everything, but you already judged me. So it's like, now should I trust you?
Yeah. I get it.
So yeah, you don't know something, go and ask. Ask. Have a conversation. Listen, have your drink ready. Sit down. Look, this is difficult for me. I'm paying you as an
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is difficult for me to ask you. I don't know how to ask you.
But yeah. And
This and that. This is true. Like, tell me, please.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to know. Like, never be scared to especially if you care about the person.
no, you're right. You're right. And I get that because I used to be on that judging side. I
Yeah,
used
we
to
all-
be on
I
that
think-
judging side where I didn't know. I didn't know, and to your point, ask a question. So if I didn't know something, you automatically like, nope, this is not for me. You put yourself in this box and you just judge people because the lifestyle we're supposed to live is get married, male, female, have children, right? You know, the whole shebang. So now you have somebody different, like a Mario, or somebody that's, you know, whatever preference, whatever life they're living, and you know, the people be like, oh, well, you know, I don't want them in my house or around my kids. And I used to be that kind of person. And it took me, and again, shout out, maybe a Panamanian thing, you know, y'all Panamanians do rub off on people.
Well, we you know what part of a gift is taking people outside of their boxes, though.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
No, you're right.
Because even when we with the judge,
Not all, because I know some Panamanians who get nobody outside the box. I know a few that people still stuck in the damn box.
well, there's special people for them too. Because to be honest, I took all my brothers and said I can get them out of the box, and I think I have.
Yeah.
Including with me moving here and they finding out about me and all that stuff.
No, but it took like conversations with, you know, with
problems. It took
husband
problems.
and-
No, first of all, it took problems.
Well, it
Because
took-
it's not no conversation.
Yeah, it's problems and then conversation.
then-
Problems, fights, then conversation.
Yes, that's the reason why I say ask, because
Yeah.
I have that problems with them.
Yeah.
We have the problems and all the stuff, and then the conversations, and
Yeah.
then I feel like,
But at least a conversation was had.
Of
And
course.
that's so important. It's so important.
of course, to me was important. To me was important.
Yeah.
Not I don't know how much was to them, but
Yeah.
to me was important because I was an adult, and I want to be treated as an adult,
Yeah.
and I care about these people.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I let you know
Yeah, when you
how
see
it's
me,
supposed
yes,
how
see
it's
me a
supposed
certain
to
way,
be yes
right.
how it's supposed to be
Yeah.
done, because I don't represent my sexuality. I don't represent my religions, or I
Right,
don't represent
right.
where I come from.
represent you.
Yes, this is my business.
So let me ask you. So you was on like level 10. You live on 10. Have you ever been to 1? Like you have had dark days and dark moments, or are you, for the most part, always like up here?
Yes, to be honest, no.
Good for
I
you.
don't have those moments. I have feelings and emotions because I'm human,
Yeah.
but I don't have dark moments.
So you haven't had any depression? If you haven't been depressed or anything
I'm
like that?
socialite.
Yeah.
I think one of my purposes in life is to uplift
I can see
and,
that,
and,
yeah.
and make sure. I always ask myself, like, why do you have all this knowledge? Like, where it came from? But now that I'm thinking about, like, sitting here with you, I'm like, but I'm a God's child. Like, why?
Yeah.
I was the one designed for the job. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even though I don't have it all together, but I still have emotions and feelings and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is everyone that I touch, it doesn't matter how I come near you,
You leave an impression.
I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help.
No, you're right.
And I'm trying to make sure that you see something completely different than what you was already seeing.
Yeah.
And I stick to that purpose.
That's
And
true.
it get me joy, and it get me excitement. Even being on the train, or the random person comes and I was like, do you know God exists? Like, He love you. Whatever
Oh,
you're going through,
wow.
let it go. And I will walk
Wow.
away and just tell you that because he told me to tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, like those type of moments.
Angels
like,
they come in different forms, okay?
Yeah, it's like, and because I have a lot of friends, I'ma say, that deal with depression, even though they don't tell me.
Yeah.
I know what is
So you
going
feel like
on.
you could feel it and sense it from
definitely,
them?
definitely.
Yeah.
I lost a friend based through depression. I
Oh.
lost a friend. I have a friend who fighting with mental health. Like, I feel it. I don't know what it is. Somebody asked me one of these days, like, do you feel like you attract broken people?
Ooh.
I'm like, I don't feel like they broken.
Yeah.
Because, broken that'd be too much for me.
Yeah, yeah.
They probably fighting with something like little, this small, but for them it's this big.
Big, yeah.
So with that, I'm there just to assist, not to help, because I cannot help nobody, especially grown people.
Yeah.
I'm there to assist.
How did you deal with the friend that you lost to depression?
Well, to be honest, mind you, that was my first time, if I ever tell you how it feels to be in a dark space.
Ooh. Dealing with
Dealing with a death. My friend passing, it made me in a dark space, and all I can think about that moment, I wasn't depressed. I know I wasn't depressed.
How long ago was this?
2 years ago. I know I wasn't depressed. I knew I didn't want to end my life, and I knew it was something deeper I can't control.
Okay.
I can't control. Like, I was more angry.
Yeah.
I was angry. I was sad. I was furious. I was furious to the point like I was cursing her out every day.
Ooh. This is before she passed.
No. This is right after.
After
right after.
Oh.
Yes, right after.
Kind of like, how dare you? Why would you leave me dealing with this?
No, I didn't say how dare you. I was saying you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
I was saying you got me fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Like, you really got me fucked up. Because there's a lot of people, they look at you because you're a light, because you're strong individuals, and you know how to deal with adversity out of life, and you put a smile on your face. And like I said, I'm human. I have feelings, I have emotions. I deal with all that. I just don't like to put that on people.
Yeah.
Because y'all already have a lot going on for me.
Ooh. It's a Panamanian thing, I'm telling you, because my husband is the same way.
Yeah, me and him are right here when we have conversations, I tell you. I just don't like to put my problems and my sadness to people because I know how to deal with mine. Yeah. Mine comes in small doses because I'm human, and I know how to push through and still make sure everybody is good. So it was horrible. It was horrible being in that dark space because all the wounds that I have from losing my father when I was 8 years old, it opened back up.
So you was never healed from
Never.
that. Yeah.
That's what it made me realize. I was never healed.
So you was back to that 8-year-old? Were you
Yes,
8-year-old boy?
I was definitely back to that. I was back to when I was little. I was scared to under the bed, the monsters come out.
Yeah.
Stuff. I went back to that.
So you kind of got like a paranoia kind of kicked in when she...
Yes, like I couldn't be trapped in the bathroom alone. I would feel like something was gonna happen. Like, that's how bad it was.
Did her passing like surprise you? You kind of felt like she always had like those...
I always knew that was there, but I didn't know she was gonna go through with it.
Oh.
And the way she did it was the most part that hurt me the most. Because
you could talk about it if you...
It's mental. Encourage everyone. You don't see a color. You don't see it. Mental health doesn't have a face.
Yeah.
It doesn't have ways. You just have to make sure you talk about it.
Yeah.
And show your support. Show your support at all times and be there for those people, because whoever those people are, they have somebody that they rely on too.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was her person for that period of the journey she decided to be on this earth. But it was really, it was tragic. It was tragic. It was horrifying. It was like horrible. Now I feel like my mother when she lost her husband. Yes.
Cause you guys were close. And
Yeah.
I mean, I met her, and never would I think that she was. I was shocked
very
when
beautiful woman. I
Yeah.
told her that I will honor her presence. That's one of the promise I made. I will honor her presence, and she would never be forgotten. She would never be forgotten.
Yeah.
Because I believe you have to keep the people of the past alive
Yeah.
by speaking about them
Yeah.
and then remember those memories, bad or good.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't like to think about the bad, but I always think about the bad and the good because that made our friendship so roller coasters.
Do you think it's just like I've struggled with depression myself, and I've had suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. So
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had suicidal thoughts.
I heard you always talking about it on the podcast, but I didn't know you.
I've been there. I've been there, and but so it's when you look back, you're like, how could somebody, like, people would be like, well, how could you're this beautiful person, you have a beautiful family, you have all these things going for yourself, how could you ever be depressed? How people don't understand. It just
in your
is.
head. Yes.
It just is. It's and to be honest, I feel like a lot of it has passed down, like family wise. Like my grandmother has suppressed her depression for years, and we come to realize she was depressed, and but they're so like hard on hiding things. They don't come to you and be like,
but like I say,
not feeling well.
Like I say, all that comes from the curses that
Yes.
how back in the days it just
Nobody talks about it. Yeah.
Nobody talk about the things that we need to talk about it because nobody is sick.
Yeah.
Let's put it like this. I'm fine. I feel well. I'm not. I don't have mental health. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I'm grown.
But people don't understand is like
It's deeper
the
than
world sees. The world sees, and like like your friend Cece, and may she forever rest in peace and soar in heaven and watch over us, and may her memory forever live on, because she was always like a bright light. Every time I've seen her, she's been vibrant and happy, but
nobody knew.
Nobody knew, because the world sees all of this.
I knew. See, I knew. I knew it from first hands because I always I knew something was wrong. But I'm always has been the type of person that I don't like to force people to tell me their problems.
When they're ready, they'll tell you. Yeah, when they're ready.
Yes. That's why it took so long.
Because it becomes more authentic, and you could kind of like really like tap in and help somebody if somebody really tells you who they are. If I come to you and I'm like, hey, I need help, but I'm hiding half of the shit I need help about, you can't really help me because I'm a representative of myself. I'm not really being me. When I come to you, I'm like, yo, I feel broken. Like I go to my husband and I'm like, babe, I feel sad today. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, and it's a demon, and you have to fight it, and you have to constantly keep fighting it
all the time. And we all have those, though.
Yes.
Let's be very clear, even including me, that I said I don't have dark moments. My demons don't come in the forms that it comes to you. Mine comes in the things that I'm weak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The things that I do that I should have a little bit more control.
Right.
But we all have those. The main thing is you have to stay focused. You have to put God first, and you have to know your surround. I always ask people, like, have you ever sit down and think about like what you want to be remembered as? Like if a God
forbid, yeah.
Yes, He take us right now. Are you happy with everything that
so far?
Your journey?
Yeah, so far, yeah. No, I'm piggybacking on your question, not answering it. No. But you're right, and I think if we start looking at if something happened to us right now, are we okay with our report thus far, or our life, or the way we lived our life thus far? A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people would say yes.
Everybody is focusing on being successful.
Yeah.
Everybody is focused to make some money, pay their bills, and I look at that part of the life like it's not real life. That's our responsibility. Okay. We here for that in physical form.
Yeah.
To take care of this, to go to work.
But that's not the purpose.
That is not the purpose.
Yeah.
All this stuff that has been put on to us growing up, those are the stuff that distract you from really see what really life is about. And that's why we get so distracted. And easy distractions. Easy distraction. Also, everything we do, even though we don't care about what people think and what people's opinions are, everything we do affects somebody.
Oh, that is true too.
Every choice we make affects somebody, and that's the reason why I'm so opposed to a lot of people like, Mario, you're a free spirit. Yeah, have our OnlyFans. Why you don't do that? Yes, I do. But I look on to the people that I'm representing, like, you know, my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I have nieces and nephews that I don't grow up with. That they don't know me. They just know me based through social media.
Right.
And they see their uncle.
Yes. Yeah, you have to set an example.
And have a conversation.
You have a responsibility. Yes.
And because I care about the relationship between me and whoever brought it up to me. Because to be honest, at first, I didn't know. I had a conversation with my sister who lives in Texas. And she told me, like, you got to be careful of the things that you post because my kids are always on your Instagram. I didn't know. When they grab her phone, that's the first thing to say. I want to be so fly like my uncle. Like, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So now, I'm like, I have to make a decision and turning it down just a little bit to make sure it's PG-13 for my...
Well, let me ask you, what do you think that you post? Because, okay, my kids follow you, right?
I'm going to tell you something.
My kids follow you, and I am a different parent in the sense that my 8-year-old follows you. She loves Uncle Mario, you know, but I don't feel like, oh, let me screen what he posts first. Oh, you can watch it. I feel like kids are going to see anything and everything they ever want to think about or could possibly imagine, it's at their fingertip. So like what do you feel like you may have posted that could be like, okay, let me tone that down?
To be honest, I've turned down a lot of stuff.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Maybe the pelvic thrust?
Yes. Yes. To be honest, Panamanians are very judgmental.
Okay.
They are very judgmental and they don't hold back on nothing they say. To be honest, they was judging me back home by posting an underwear picture or a swimwear picture. Okay. That's how judgmental they are.
I got you. I've seen those, yeah.
So
but that's who you are, so yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, I was like, yes, I'm gonna tone it down, but then I'm not gonna take it too far. Yeah, I can show my pelvis, and I'm gonna show this, and I'm gonna show like there's so many other ways. Even though I was getting in touch with who I was.
Yes. At the time. Just wanted to express yourself.
Yes. 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 And now no, like I'm very self-aware.
That's good.
Of those kids, like
good.
Even your child, because you know, like I said, y'all follow me, but now I'm more. I don't have kids, but I respect my kids.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And I want them to.
Your nieces, your nephews, all the little kids. I
don't want them to. When I come and give you an advice, you look at me. What the hell you giving me an advice? You got an OnlyFans. Like if you told me that, what you say?
Right.
Like I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I never wanted.
You want them to keep you here.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, even though we don't know each other like that, but it's a level of respect.
Yeah.
And I want them to look at me like, hey, Mario out here hustling. Yeah. They don't even know what is going behind closed door. Like, Mario is getting into whatever.
Yeah. That's good. So let me just go back real quickly. Do you feel that, you know, back to Cece and her passing, do you feel like you've actually come to terms and have processed that loss and have actually moved on from it now?
Yes, but I have my moments. Because there's nothing I can do without not remember her. Like there's not a day go by and I cannot think about her. I have a big picture of her in my room. On top of that, I have a lot of clothes and expensive items she gave me. Like we have places that we used to see us. You know, we have places that we used to go like every time. When I pass through there, I live in Atlanta. Yeah. So I'm going to the city. Yeah. And the daiquiri factory. Like it's places
I don't even go.
Right. So it's so much we used to do in the city that I can't forget. Like when I go,
she's
people
everywhere.
Will ask me. Yes,
she's
people
everywhere.
will ask me like, "Where is that friend?" Like, and I'd be like, "Yeah, she passed," and it's just nothing. But I owe her that. I said I would never let your memory die.
Yeah.
With me, ever.
I think people remember in situations like that, like a tragic loss. You know, she took her life, and people just remember that, and that's not what people should remember. They shouldn't remember that 1% that of something that was tragic that happened, because there's a whole 99% of this person that lived in a good space, and it's just that one time that they got weak. People get weak in a little moment and they may react or they act. Like I said, I've been there, but it does not take away from all of me and everything else that comes with me. And I think people judge that little percent. They're like, oh, well, how could you? Well, you know, you have all this going for yourself. In that moment, nobody knows how that depression feels. Nobody knows how it feels. Nobody knows. That 99% doesn't even matter, because this 1% is like 100%.
Yes, and they want to be selfish at that moment. That's the reason why I have to understand. I have to understand, and I have to ask God for forgiveness when it comes to her in many ways. Because I know deep down inside, she was a good person.
Yeah.
She was an amazing person. She was an amazing friend to me. Even though everything wasn't perfect, but she was amazing.
Yeah.
I learned so much from that woman. Even though she wasn't loved, like she wanted to be loved by the people she wanted to be loved by, but she showed me that love.
Yeah.
So I know she had it in her.
To love.
She might didn't love herself that big, but she showed me love.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I knew if I was anywhere close, she probably wouldn't have done it. She probably hold on a little bit more. Probably would have did it earlier.
You think that stuff like that gets triggered, like as a situation that triggered?
Definitely.
Or is more contemplated, like I'm going to do this on the, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's the right time and right place.
Yeah.
I think it's the right time and right place, because at that time she wasn't living in Atlanta, so that's the reason why I was begging her to come over here. I was begging her, like, come. She was like, no, Atlanta is a dark city for me. I don't want to go there because I want to work on myself, stuff like that. I was like, okay, fine. But I knew if I have her away, it's not going to be that simple. We only a phone away, but at the end of the day, I'm not always available. And mind you, at that time, my lifestyle was like flourished, because I'm getting promotions, I'm getting more work. Like, I'm really busy. I was dating at the time. It was like a lot. So I started taking self to myself instead of, because I'm the one friend that I pour everything into my friends. My friends are everything to me. If a guy take me today without no love, like interest, like my person, I'm fine. I'll be fine, because I find love in my families, I found love in my friends, I found love in a lot of other ways. So I'm good with that.
That's good. That's good. So, that was heavy. But it's life.
So how have you been dealing with your depression and your thoughts?
Talking, definitely finding help and journaling. I got into journaling, meditation, prayer is very important for me. The music I listen to, but when I start my day, is very important to me. The music I listen to when I end my day is very important to me. I love gospel music, so I could sit here and sing a Cardi B, but when I start my day, when my eyes open, the first person is thank you, God. And when I close my eyes at night, because I don't know if I'm gonna open it tomorrow, is thank you, God. And I try to at least teach my kids that sense of spirituality. It doesn't mean go to church, be a Christian, be a Catholic, whatever, but just find that bigger person, that bigger source that to tap into, because we all need something to tap into. It's like the Avatar. Now that you say it, like when they all tapped into the tree, everybody needs to tap into a bigger power. And it took me a while. I've definitely passed the depression side a long time. I'm still working on the anxious side, anxiety, and I did have to smoke some weed this morning because I was very anxious. So it happened.
And first of all, the anxiety never goes away, especially when you move up. When you move up, it get worse. It get worse.
But I know, like, I know when it's coming. I know. I know. So I already know.
But honestly, you choose to put yourself in those situations because you know it's going to get into that point.
I was like, let me go smoke some weed real quick.
So you can calm
my nerves. And so you just have to find something that works for you. Everybody have to find something that works for you. But
see, this is a book for everybody to listen to. Somebody that dealing is dealing with depression and all that stuff, make sure you do your work. You have to
you
put
have to do
into
your work. You have to do it is
You have to put into work.
You have to.
Like just listening from experience. I don't know anything. I just know
of other people.
Yes, based on other people. And to be honest, I can comprehend, but I cannot like tell you like I feel the way you feel.
I know. Yeah.
Because I've never been to that point. And
but you've been a support system for people who've been in the, so you may not be able to really relate, but you could help people.
Yes.
Yeah. Because people always need that strong person. Like my husband is that strong person for me. Like and back to a point you said earlier, I don't even know if he's ever been depressed or have bad days because all he do is absorb me. He just deals with my life.
Well, he is Scorpio, so we are very good at taking other people's stuff, especially if we care and we help.
Yeah.
That's all we do. We are like, we want to be, we want to help. We want to be happy.
But it makes me conscious and aware that I'm like, okay.
Now I need to ask him if he having bad days. Yes. But
you're having a bad day, you okay? Because
you have to. We have those moments. Trust me. We all do. We have those moments, but like I said, God built us different.
Yeah.
There are some people that are weaker than other ones in other areas, but at the end of the day, we humans. We deal with all that. How I deal with my stuff, I just want to be in my room and nobody bother me.
Yeah. You have to have a way to deal with it.
I go. I'm not gonna say no social media because I know you all take breaks from social media. Some people that have mental health, they go take breaks from social media. Me, nah. That's my TV. That's basically I laugh because I know the real.
I've got into this. Like, it really is a good outlet for what you need it for laughter.
Yes.
It's like, crazy stuff.
It's crazy. When you learn how to separate the real from the fake, you be like, I know damn well that's not his car. He's posting behind that car. Like, he just posted like that's his car. Okay, keep going. Oh, I know damn well he's not out of town. I just spoke to him like yesterday. Like, stuff like that. I'll be just cracking myself about.
It's like a whole show. It's a TV. It's a whole reality TV show.
TikTok. I cannot live without no TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok is a whole level of stuff. There's people acting, they dancing, they imitating, they do the most. Love it. Love it.
So I'm just thinking because I want to ask you this. I think you covered it, but I want you to just be specific. Tell me 3 ways you personally keep in a good mental head, like in a good headspace. Like 3 things that work for you that keeps you here.
Honestly, seeing my friends happy. Like that is my friends and family. That in both because it's not only when I'm seeing the people that I love and care happy.
Okay.
Ooh, that will always push me through the limits because I am where I am because of them. I'm talking about hustlers. I'm talking about shout out to my family, shout out to all my friends. That y'all know who you are. I need to call y'all names, but they inspire me every day.
You have a good
simple conversations. Like I talk to my friends every day. We don't have to see each other for weeks, and we live in the same city. We just talk when we talk.
Yeah.
And it's like I can tell if they depressed, if they not, or if they're going through because we always talk and tell each other our business. But like seeing them happy just push me.
All right.
I'm like, this worst things. There's people dying in hospital for me to be worried about my little problem. Like, come on, let's get. It
gives you perspective.
Yes.
So that's one. Give me something else.
Also, like being in a space to be able to be independent. Okay. That I give that a big pat of my back. Like a little boy from Panama that moved here, have family here, I can run to any of my brother if I need to. Like having them here, it made me hustle the double because I never want to depend on nobody. And see them grow, because mind you, when I got here, most of them was single. Yeah. They wasn't married. Like from strip club to the club, back to work, like it was like everyday thing. See them hustle the way they do and having the things they do, I'll be like, I need to get it. I'm going to get it. Matter of fact, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, you're already getting it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And damn, it's just keep me going. I know that always put me at the top. Like I need to I need to figure some way to make this happen. It's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be, because normally I'm impatient, but I learned to be a little bit more patient with things. Because not everything is on a platter.
Yeah.
You have to put into work.
So you give me two things that relates to people: seeing your family and friends happy, and the fact that your family and friends are doing, for themselves, and they're here and they push you to do better without telling you, hey, Mario,
yeah,
go do better. The fact that how they live their lives and they're hustling and the growth.
Yep.
Growth pushes you to do better, right?
Now the
and
third
keeps you in a good headspace. Yeah. Give me something for you.
Something for me. I think the unknown. For me, is the unknown. I never know. I never know where I'm gonna end up. But there's one thing that I do know, though.
What you know?
That I'm walking with God, and I know everything's gonna work out. Like, I know.
You don't play about his God. His G-O-D. Y'all better get it together.
I promise you, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm a walking
testament.
Yeah, I'm a walking testimony. God-fearing believer.
Yeah.
That miracles does exist.
Yes.
And the things that I have been through, that I'm still going through, they thereby, I'd be like, how am I still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like the unknown, I don't know how this is going to happen, but if it happens, well, if it don't, I'm not going to beat myself up.
But you're eager for it. You're anxious for it.
Yes,
you're
I'm doing my work.
Right.
I'm doing my work. Every day I think about it. I
Yeah.
think about the things that I need to, like, to make me better as a person, to do better with my friends, to act better, to
be a better person.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of that.
You.
It's like those are the type of things that keep me going, and you know what? I can never give up.
You're an everyday superhero. You're an everyday hero that people don't talk about. You're not on the news, but news flash. Mario, he actually does the work. He puts the work in. I know personally, he puts the work in. So thank you for that.
Like people don't know. There's a piece for everybody. We all have to do our work.
Yeah.
That's all.
So we're going to close out. Anything else you want to tell the people about yourself? I'm going to put his handle and everything. Do not be sliding up in his DM with no nudes. Let me tell you one time. You see, I try to help you out. Don't be sliding up in his DM with no nudes.
No, don't slide off to the DMs. No, why not? I'm a watcher. Please do. Don't mind me. I mean, I'm not going to post your stuff on Twitter or anything.
No, he's not.
I'm just playing. But but yeah, my Instagram is Mario_N06.
Yeah.
If you want to go hit that button.
Follow,
comment,
and subscribe.
Share. Please don't judge me.
No
I like to troll, so if you come with that nasty attitude under my comments, I'm gonna say something back.
Oh, gosh.
I just
gotta give a quick shout out to my sponsors. Thank you guys so much. Rum Punch Brunch. You gotta come with me to Rum Punch Brunch one day. We went before, but it was a long time when they did the outdoor Soca de Mayo. But you gonna come? You
gotta let me know, because I work a lot. People think I don't.
Yeah. So wait, real quick. Rum Punch Brunch. Definitely Carrot Blingo. Thank you guys so much, Raw, for my gear. If y'all didn't read it, it says I am rooting for everyone West Indian. Meaning I am rooting for everyone who looks like me, come from where I come from the Caribbean, people from third world countries. That's what that means. We're rooting for everybody, but we're rooting even more for us. Yes. Right? And definitely Island Girl Cuisine. Thank you, my love, for the spicy sauces. You're going to get some of those because you like to cook and you like spicy stuff. So I'm going to put you on. Fiscani, the Ivy Showroom. That's when I get dressed up my nice, lovely red gown. Nice. That's the red gown.
I love that red gown.
Yes, so that was the Ivy Showroom. So so thank you guys so much. Thank you for believing what we're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Mario, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. I love you. I love just the person that you are. The world can learn from you. And just keep being that bright light that everybody can just see. All right, so until next time, guys, stay lucky, my friends.
Bitch! We were damn lucky to get away at all.